Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Trails of Cold Steel 3. It's me, your host, Logic Blade, and we accomplished a lot last time. We finished off Chapter 3, and we stopped Ouroboros' experiment. Of course, there was some damage. The railway guns were captured. Ortis got shelled multiple times, but damage was kept to a minimum thanks to the quick actions of our heroes, the Imperial Army, and a few other welcome hands. Luckily, we were able to stop them from firing the guns in the canyon, and they also stopped them from taking over the Juno Sea Fortress, thanks to the help of one Principal Aurelia. So, with her help, we fought the Stallritter, and then, shit hit the fan. Turns out Arianrod herself has a Divine Knight, and it is more than confirmed that she is the Lance Maiden of Legend, Leanne Sandlot. She also knows Emma's grandmother, the leader of the Hexen clan, and it appears that she has some kind of debt to Dreichels. Why she's with Ouroboros, I have no clue, but there seems to be even more behind the scenes that we just don't know. And of course, the most important thing, Crow's not actually dead. It's been confirmed by Angelica. Although, knowing this apparently got her on a shit list, and the gnomes had her assassinated. That's right. George Gnome is a gnome. I still can't get over that. It's funny, but it's also tragic because Angelica's dead now, and there's no chance of her coming back, so guess that's it. Goodbye, Angelica. Goodbye, world. Let's begin Chapter 4, shall we? Nordia Province airspace. Y'all recognize this music. And this ship. Imperial airship, Courageous. Looks like we're getting a peek at the Thor's main branch. Looks like they've gone with a new uniform. I actually really like it. The red and black color scheme's really good. It's just kind of a shame that they're all dicks. Nah, whatever. Of course, the main branch has their own Spiegels. Soldats, rather. Some of them aren't Spiegels. Oh, and Hugo's traveling with them. How interesting. And they've even got Victor Arcade still captaining the ship. Victor S. Arcade. We're currently passing over the Isengard range on the west. We are expected to reach capital airspace at 1410, on schedule. Maintain course and speed. After arriving at Ulster, plot a course parallel to the railway line. Yes, Captain. Good work, sir. You've been very helpful this past week. No, this is part of the duty of the Crimson Wings. On the other hand, I'm impressed with the results of the first exercise in Northumbria. Excellent work, Major. To be honest, I'm at a loss at how to criticize and evaluate them. I suppose that's the result of your training with Craig. In any case, we must continue to show our conviction, even more now. And as long as we do... Oh, instructor, there you are. Cadet Arnor. Good day, Your Majesty. As expected of the Crimson Wings. That main gun that was hardly used during the Civil War is impressive as well. From now on, it may be necessary to deploy many of these on the main fleet. Cadet. Indeed, it could be a useful force if needed. If such a power becomes necessary. Then what you learned in the study should be useful, don't you think? Yeah, of course. Excellent work, Captain Arcade. I'm praying for another opportunity to meet. And I'm counting on you and my brother to patrol during the Solstice Festival in the capital. Damn it, Cedric. You're their student, not their boss. Even if you are the prince. God. What a colossal asshole. No, I forgot to tell people I'm streaming. Whoops. That's not a big deal. Heimdall still as cheery as ever. But what's going on in the dungeons here? Huh? What? Are they chasing ghosts? Shit! How many times has this been? There's no end to it. Maybe we really ought to ask for help from the R&P and the Intelligence Division. Oh dear. If that's all they've got, this will be easy. We can't afford to be captured. Prepare to deploy the Lambda as planned. Roger. Beginning the mission. A red flower? That's bad news. Oh shit. I won't let you. Huh. Huh. There really is no end to this. Oh, it's Vita. Now she's hanging out in Heimdall. What will become of the eye of the divine spirit that can cause miracles? The illusion has been swallowed by flame, and the empire is enveloped in a fairy tale. So then, as an expert in this field, how do you intend to intervene? Oh, you caught me. To be honest, I'm struggling to even know where to start. I was wondering if maybe we could trade information. If you'd like, I'd be able to help you out and your leader. Oh, that reminds me. It seems you've already engaged in a pact? Well, allow me to consider that. Please do treat me well, former history professor at the Thor's main campus. Or, perhaps I should call you the Second Dominion, Thomas Lysander. It's everyone's favorite instructor, Thomas. Well, I mean, things are bad when we've got former Ouroboros Anguis is hanging out with church top brass. Oh, that's... I'm glad they localized that to Battleflame Palace. This Battleframe just sounds weird. It's stylish in English, but it does not make any sense. Jeez. That's a gorgeous garden. I mean, these Imperials, right? Sure know how to live it up. I am really appreciating how modern military the new Empire uniforms are. Oh, it's Emperor Eugene III and his wife Priscilla. We only get to see them for a brief moment in the second game, but... To think that Prince Olivert will be absent from the celebration. After all that's happened, it's understandable. As long as the Crimson Wings are soaring over the capital, the people will feel at ease. Yes, but I feel bad for the prince. Cedric's attitude really hurt him. It's not like Olivert to become upset over something like that. You should know that all too well. Well, that is true. He had lost his mother and was taken into the royal palace. I half expected him to lash out at the maids, but... he accepted me, and was happy from the bottom of his heart for Alphen and Cedric's birth. That is his nature, after all. He's made friends with people not just in the Empire, but all over the continent. Yeah, but even still, Cedric, who used to look up to his brother so much... Your Majesties, pardon my intrusion. His Excellency Osborne would like an audience with you. Understood. Please, let him in. Y'all know who this is. Chancellor Gileath Osborne. Please excuse me for intruding during your leisure time, Your Majesty. Empress Priscilla. No, thank you for all your work. Well then, please allow me to retire for now. She seems displeased with me. This isn't her way. You and her see the world entirely differently. Of that, I am aware. In any case, it seems that everything is going according to history. Yes, although the timing of the Civil War was an estimate, it is true that everything is flowing to reach that state. However, are you happy with this? Leaving everything to me? It's as I told you 14 years ago. If that was unavoidable, I would leave everything to you. I'm certain it will cause pain for my sons. But you are the same in that sense. As you wish, Your Majesty. I feel like they're talking about something pretty heavy here. Chapter 4. Brilliant Heimdall. Man, there's a lot to unpack from that. The red pleroma flowers are blooming in the capital. That's definitely not good news for everyone involved. It was July, and summer was in full swing in leaves near the capital. However, it was decided that starting this year, summer uniforms would no longer be allowed in Thor's, as keeping in duty with a military academy. In other words, they're sticklers for costumes and they didn't want to design more. When not needing to distinguish between the main and the branch campus, only the uniform lining was removed. Full summer heat started to frustrate the students. But a joint event between the main and branch schools were about to start. Fourth period, History. Up until last week, we've been studying history from the collapse to the modern day from a bird's eye view. But this week, we'll start to cut deeper into history from the viewpoint of historical figures. First of all, the ancestor of the Empire, Dreikel's Rice Arnor. His campaign during the War of the Lions 250 years ago marks the beginning of the modern era for the Empire. He was the third son of Varius V. He was of ordinary skill, and he wandered around the Empire from an early age. He even spent time among the nomads in the Nord Highlands, and was accepted by them. While he was in Nord, he got word of the bloody civil war taking place. He was not high in line to ascend the throne, but he couldn't ignore the plight of his fellow countrymen, so he decided to study martial arts with the nomads. His army consisted of only 17 men, including his confidant, a man named Lauren, and others from Nord. About half a year later, Prince Dreikels had a fateful encounter in Legram. He met the daughter of the Countess who was leading the Iron Knights, Leanne Sandlot, the woman known as the Lance Maiden. "Excuse me, Professor, I have a question. Was the woman you fought the other day the real saint herself?" That's right. I was wondering that too. But Leanne's more of a figure from a fairy tale. It's impossible for her to be the real thing, but she was definitely impressive. So what is she really? It's true that she was incredibly strong, and she had an aura like that of the original. But it's also possible that a member of the criminal organization, the Society of Ouroboros, is masquerading as her. Let's assume that for now. By the way, July 4th will be the 254th anniversary of the end of the Prince's Battle. I can't tell you the format of the questions, but expect some on the War of the Lions and the preceding time to appear. Be sure to review it thoroughly for your exams. I hate to admit it, but he does make it easy to understand. Well, he did learn all of this last year at the main school. It seems his grades were rather high as well. Oh, he's so dreamy with his glasses on. Focus, Muse. You're in class now. Homeroom. Now then, the next 4 days will consist of just exams for the students. The topics include regular lectures, military science, art, information technology, and combat technology. It's a diverse set of topics, so make sure you do your best. Don't make it sound so easy. It is difficult to master everything perfectly. Well, we just have to trust that we've done enough work through the year not to fall behind. By the way, I heard that the exam contents and schedules are the same as the main school. Will our grades be posted together? Yes, both individuals and classes will be scored together as one school. With all that said, I advise you all to work extra hard. Oh jeez, everything's out in the open. Talk about pressure. I'm feeling competitive now. I'm sure this whole thing's rigged so the prince will get first spot anyway. Well, that does sound likely. No, that isn't possible. Thors was divided between nobles and commoners originally, but even then the grades were measured together. I don't believe instructors on either side would stand for such a violation. Please believe that the exams will be conducted fairly. Well, I sure hope so. Well, when the exams are over, I'll have a little something for you. Your free day is coming up this weekend, so go all out for the exams. And if you have any questions on Imperial history or technology, feel free to ask me. Jeez, Rean's almost sounding like a bona fide teacher. The tests are all prepared. The main campus will be taking the same tests. Well, I'm sure it'll all work out. Yeah, we've used the OrbitalNet to make sure the lecture topics match. And we've collaborated a lot with the professors at the main campus on the question contents. All we can do now is hope the students worked hard enough and pulled through. Since last month's exercise, it has been confirmed that all Jaeger forces have pulled out of the Empire. and the Intelligence Division suspects that the Society has once again pulled out of the Empire as well. Is that so? If that's truly the case, then we can relax a bit. A breather doesn't sound too bad. Right. Our students can go back to just being students. But for now, remain on guard. Of course, it's strictly forbidden to reveal the questions to students, but you can help them study. Well, I'd actually prefer it if you did help them a bit. He seems to have the edge taken off of him a bit. Well, he's always had a good sense of the mission from the beginning, though. And recently it seems he's been thinking from the perspective of the students. Alright, let's go help out as much as we can today. Yeah, there's still plenty of time left until school ends. Alright, let's split up. Oh, my script's changed a bit. It's giving me a lot of different reads for lines. That's fine. Starting tomorrow, we have 4 days of exams, and then the free day immediately after. And then we'll have the briefing on our training. It's gonna get busy. Everyone's helping each other overcome the difficult topics. How about I go around school and see if I can lend a hand? And while I have the time... The Society and the Black Workshop. It would be good to get the principal's thoughts on both. You now have free time before the exams. Speaking to specific characters will trigger study events. When all the key events have been seen, and your action points reach 0, the main story will advance. Yeah, seems like we received a call on our Arcus 2 as well. Seems like we received a lot of calls on our Arcus 2 as well. Not that I can read any of these. It's nice to see that everyone's worried about us after all that happened. Alrighty then. So I'm just gonna make a save real quick here. After all, we've started a new chapter, got through about 30 minutes of cutscenes. Oh geez, she's wearing glasses? Actually kinda cute like that. That should do it. I didn't know you wore glasses, Principal. I never would have guessed. Ah, yes, my eyesight is strangely strong, actually. It's quite annoying to see so much detail up close and in the distance. I'm able to see the dust or the papers or the fibers on the papers clearly. So these are special glasses that actually reduce my eyesight to some extent. Literally everything about this person is unbelievable. You didn't come to talk to me about the students or the exams tomorrow, right? So what are you here to ask me about? Is it about the society? Yeah, I was wondering what you thought about the news that the Society and the Jaegers have all pulled out of the Empire for the time being. Of course, I won't accept that news at face value. That includes their Divine Knights, their tests, and that black workshop. Although we can't see them, there's no doubt that they're somewhere hidden. I believe so too. And meeting the Saint was the icing on the cake. In a good and a bad way. Huh? In a sense, that Saint fought you and me with her utmost strength. But that was fundamentally as a human. What if we fought her otherwise? Huh? Well, honestly, it'd be good if a person like that disappeared from the stage. If she doesn't, however, you will do well to remember those words. All of you. Yeah, I'm very well aware. And we received costume items for Aurelia here. Interesting. Can we try them on? Yeah, we can. Looks like you can get her with the cape or without. I think the cape makes her look cooler, so. You can also give her cat ears. Oop. I think that looks silly, though. And the glasses, which actually look really good on her, so. Guess what? She's wearing them for the rest of the game! Anyway, there should be an event here. There we go. Securing clean water during a disaster. Step 1. Prepare a suitable container with a cloth on the bottom. Step 2. Pack charcoal, sand, and pebbles in that order. Step 3. Pour water on top and wait for filtration. Oh, this is a technique they've learned recently. I hope you all can answer correctly. Alrighty then. And they're all studying hard. I'm not sure if I'm going to get kicked out of these events or something if I pick the wrong choices. Doesn't help that my script is kind of all over the place too. But anyway, let's check in on Toa's class here. Oh, Toa, are you helping these two study? Yup. They seem uneasy about the studies in political affairs. Specifically, the changes in recent years are quite hard to grasp. The notion of abolishing the noble faction and commoner class, and to pursue the new Imperial 8 key cities. To be honest, it sounds like some kind of incantation. I know what you mean. Rean, if you don't mind, would you be able to help us out a bit? It'd be really helpful if you could back me up as we go through it. Yeah, of course. Rean lent them their advice after that. And we got 2 AP for doing that, so... You know, it's definitely worth your while. Anyway, we'll, talk to these 3 guys next. Kyrie, Gustav, and Freddy. Oh, Instructor Rean! Oh, you guys are studying for the test in the classroom? Yeah, we're buckling down on all the subjects and helping each other out with our weak points. I'm struggling with the medical part of warfare technology. I need help with survival techniques. And for me, it's physics. Oh, I see. So that's working out well, but no matter how hard we study history, we're just not getting it. Sounds like I can help you there. Take a look at this. Oh, thank you. Splendid. Thanks, man. You're a lifesaver. Rean lent them his help. Look at all this AP we're getting just for helping our students study. Anyway, we'll check in with Jessica and Tita here. That's not Tita. Yes, it is. That is Tita. I was just like, what? No, that's Jessica. I was like, yeah, I said that already. Whatever. Oh, you're studying orbital arts? Yeah, we are for now. I'm helping Tita with military studies, while she helps me out with orbital arts. I see. Sounds like you guys don't need my help then. Well, to be honest, it's about the orbital AED we learned about recently. Could you mind giving us a bit more detail about all that? I'm not sure I'm confident enough to use it myself yet. Oh, that's a good point. I'd like to learn about it too. Oh, well in that case, leave it to me. Awesome! Thanks a lot. Rean lent them his help. Seriously, look at all this AP I'm getting, just for being a good instructor. Alrighty then. But anyway, I actually want to pay another visit to Sandy here, because she has some things for us. Yep, that's 30 flaky potatoes, 30 acerbic tomatoes, and 10 big watermelons. So yeah, that was definitely worth our time. Anyway, we're just gonna head off to the cafeteria real quick here. Once I remember which one is the cafeteria. And let's talk to Pablo here. And looks like Randy's teaching them out some things. Oh, there's a line missing here. Yo, Rean! Hey, Randy, what's going on? Oh no. Duh, no wonder. Sorry. I should say the same to you, Randy. Good work today. Are you teaching them about tactics? Well, I'm trying to, but Sydney really just wants to go mess around. There's still stuff you can do, don't give up yet. No, seriously, I'm just gonna do it tonight. I just want to relax after school, at least. This guy's pretty hopeless. Oh, come on, Sydney, you're always so lazy and giving up all the time. How about paying attention to what Instructor Randy's trying to tell you? This part's really important after all. Oh, fine, I guess. Randy, do you mind if I lend a hand? Might be good to be a little more firm with Sydney. Oh, that'd be great. Why is it always me? Rean and Randy help teach. You can get 2 AP for that. Anyway, we want to talk to Sheena here. And we want to use her shop, because she has something for us. The next copy of the Imperial Chronicle. So it'll be worthwhile to get that in hand. And I just want to see if there's any other bonus things I need to do first. I suppose there is. We want to head up to the rooftop. And let's talk to Valerie here. Oh, Valerie, what are you doing up here? What do you mean? Well, I just figured you'd be studying for the test. Everyone's gathered in groups, teaching each other the concepts. So basically I have to do the same thing as everyone else? The purpose of these periodic exams is to test academic ability. I don't see the purpose of cramming the night before. Well, even if you say that, Valerie seems to be opening up more recently, but the cynical side of her personality is here as usual. Oh, right, you're in the light music club. How's that coming along? That response. Has there been some kind of trouble in the club recently? Even if there is, it's none of your business. It'd be great if you stopped trying to meddle. It's not something I want to talk with you about anyway. Well, can't just leave her alone like this, though. How about I go talk to the other club members to get their side of the story? The regular melody started. Alrighty then. So yeah, we have to go back to the cafeteria. Anyway, bug Pablo here. Hey Pablo, you got a second? Oh, Instructor Rean, what's up? I actually want to ask you about Valerie. Did something happen in the Light Music Club recently? Oh, about that. I actually had a big fight with Valerie the other day. Ever since then, she won't say a word to me. I see. What was the fight about? Well, the start of it was when I asked her to do the vocals. The vocals? Yeah, I've never seen her sing properly. But I have heard her sing in secret quite a few times. And well, her voice was really nice. So I thought I'd ask her to sing instead of me for once. But she insisted she'd never do it, no matter how much I asked. I got kind of pissed about it, so it turned into a fight. Oh, I see. Well, Valerie doesn't like to stand out, and it's part of her personality. But I was thinking that's kind of a waste with all the talent she has. And afterwards, I realized I totally overreacted. I'd really like things to go back to normal soon. I'm feeling like it was missing Rean's lines, because I was like, well, Rean has 3 lines here, but they only gave me 1. Whatever. That's fine. I see. Well, how about I try talking to her again? Wait here a minute. Instructor Rean, thanks very much. Well, I think I get the situation. But let me talk to Gustav too, just in case. Anyway, we saw Gustav studying on the 2nd floor here. So we may as well pay him a visit too. Yeah. Hey, Gustav, do you have a second? Oh, Instructor Rean, how can I help you? Well, actually I wanted to ask you about Valerie. I heard that she had a big fight with Pablo recently. I actually wasn't there to see it, but yeah, that seems to be what happened. And ever since then, Valerie hasn't been coming to practice. I was always worried that something like this might happen. Oh? And why is that? Well, Valerie's personality is against standing out entirely. Although I feel the cause of it's not her own disposition, but her circumstances. Huh. Well, I think Valerie is brought up really well. She has the same typical habits and mannerisms as Muse and Tatiana. Yeah, I feel the same from her. I think there's a lot of people like that in Northumbria. So her dismissive personality must have come from her surroundings. Yeah. Well, that's just my personal opinion. Right, I suppose you'd have to talk to her about it to really know. Thank you for the info, Gustav. It's really helpful. Hey man, I didn't do that much. So I have the whole story now. Let's go and talk to Valerie again. It'd be really nice if she could sing. Singing feels great, even if you're not very good at it. And you shouldn't be ashamed to just because, you know, you may not have the best voice. Instructor Schwarzer, did you need something else with me? Yeah, I went to talk to Pablo and Gustav. I'd really like for you to make up with Pablo. Mind your own business, Instructor. Well, if this was just a normal fight, I wouldn't say anything, but it seems like you can't take this, Valerie. Can't take this? You might deny this, but don't you really want to try taking the vocals? Huh? No, that's not... I'm sorry for butting in, but... Did your family happen to originally be nobility? What difference does that make? It's just that I figured I'd understood your circumstances a little better if you were. Well, your intuition isn't wrong. This was back when Northumbria was still a duchy. Even though the system was mostly disbanded when it became an autonomous state, the classes still persisted to some extent. As a child born to a happy family in a noble house, of course I was the subject of jealousy and anger. Valerie. I've had some horrible experiences, but I'm not telling you about them. To be honest, my family line traces to the former Grand Duke Balmung. The former Grand Duke? Of course you know the story, as a professor of history. He betrayed the people during the calamity 28 years ago and fled the state. Just by being related to that family, my family was called the House of Devils. What an awful thing to say. I never did intend to discuss this incident. It's all in the past now. A devil might be an apt description of me after all. You shouldn't waste your time with me anymore, Instructor. No way. Valerie, why didn't you tell any of us this stuff before? I said all those things to you, and I didn't know the truth of your circumstances. Wait a second. How long have the two of you been there? Sorry, we've been eavesdropping the whole time. Pablo and I were really worried about you. Hadios, please, the school is full of people who can't mind their own business. But I guess you might as well hear it. Nothing good will come of associating with me. Don't be an idiot! Huh? Yeah, I'm starting to get pissed off too now. Why should we even care about you being from a house of devils? That doesn't matter in the language of rock. Yeah, actually, it's more of a weapon, isn't it? When we play rock music, the demons from our past don't matter. So just throw all those feelings away. Sounds like it's time for a little music session, right guys? How about you show me in the performance room? Ho-ho, that's not a bad idea, instructor. Hey, wait a second. What am I even doing? Oh, quit your moping. Alright, let's do this, guys. Whatever. You guys are so desperate. I mean, I don't really know if that qualifies as rock music, but hey, I appreciate it. Oh, that was great! It's better than I thought. You guys could be actual pros. You're not gonna get anything from praising me like this, you know? Oh jeez, don't get embarrassed over something like this. You're way better than me at singing anyway. So I'll be counting on you to back me up with your vocals from now on. There's no objections, Valerie? Well, I guess if you ask for that much. I'm totally exposed now. Then I guess you just have to rely on us now. Yes, I know when to admit defeat. Oh, don't say that. Oh boy, this music club's gonna get even more awesome now. Quest a regular melody complete. And we got 5,000 Mira. Damn. Someone from Northumbria. She's certainly loaded. Anyway, that's all the side things we needed to do. So, let's use up our bonding events. I wish it would just let me fast travel straight to the garden, because I wanted to check in with Altina first. After all, she is Rean's #1 student. And if you disagree, well, you're wrong. No, that's not fair. But yeah, let's, Oh, Altina and Louise are, studying together. Let's see what they're up to. Oh, you two are studying in a place like this? Well, yeah. We're reviewing art history and music here. After all, there seems to be a listening test on one of the days. So, we wanted to listen out here so we wouldn't bother everyone else. I see. But art is so esoteric. The abstract problems can't be easily solved with just knowledge. Well, I'm better at this sort of thing than knowledge-based problems. So, we'll complement our studying well together, Alchan. Yeah, I suppose we do. Altina does seem to struggle with this sort of thing. Louise is here, but maybe I could watch for a bit? Well, I'm not that good with music, but I can help you guys out if you like. How about we study together for a bit? Oh, are you sure? Please. Sorry. Please do, for sure. Yeah, that sounded awkward, I'm sorry. So, you're worried about the listening test? Yeah, I have a hard time predicting what questions they might even ask. I've been listening to all sorts of sounds or melodies to prepare, but I have no problem with the musical form, the tempo, or the song titles. But in past years, they've also asked about the impressions the song leaves with you. I'm not really sure about anything about that. So I was listening to a lot of songs with Louise to try to derive the impression. I think that's the exact opposite of the intent of this test, though. Yeah, I feel a bit guilty about that, too. But wait a minute. I feel we can assume that the principal would do that. And what are you talking about now? I think there's a good chance she'll prepare questions that can't be solved just by memorizing. So in that sense, I think it's important that you learn how to approach the questions using your own feelings, Altina. I see. So, what specifically does that mean? Well, I think it would just be good to listen to all sorts of music, and try to find your own impression about each. But you can't just use Luis's answer. You need to think on your own. I'll help you out too, and maybe you'll get the hang of it after we go through a couple of them. Okay, that sounds like it might be worth a try. That's Instructor Rean for you. And so they listened to various music and formed opinions on each. And our bond with Altina got stronger. Anyway, we got 2 more bonding events to go to. And I'm gonna go check in with Yuna. If you're wondering why Yuna, well, why not? Kurt's a stick in the mud and I don't like Ash, so there you go. It's girl power time. Anyway, this is way back at like the beginning of my script, so give me a second while I find my lines. There we go. No matter what I do, the Empire's history baffles me. How about you, Leo? When we were in Crossbell, you knew exactly what was going on. Well, I'm fine with any history as it relates to the ocean areas. Otherwise, I'm pretty useless. Though I do agree it's important to learn from history. I struggle to remember people's names or the years precisely, though. Oh, my head feels like it's gonna burst. Those two seem like they're drowning studying so much history at once. How about I give them a hand? Yuna, Leonora, you two seem like you're hard at work. Instructor Rean? Of all the people, it's the one putting us through all this in the first place. I guess it's partly my fault. How about I help you study as an apology? Really? That's like a dream come true. We went over this in class recently. This was the War of the Lions in the year Septian 947. There were 3 causes for the war. Do you happen to remember them? Let me think. I think the War of the Lions broke out originally due to a fight over successors to the throne. I think that was when Emperor Varius V died. Yes, that's right. And the next one was the assassination of the Crown Prince who was supposed to become Emperor. Isn't that all, though? Well, this one's a bit tricky, so I'll give you a hand. The direct cause of the war breaking out was the fact that there was no declaration of which of the remaining princes was to ascend to the throne. Oh, that's right! Huh, I see. Originally, the one who was to ascend to the throne was the 4th Prince Orthrus. This was 2 years before Prince Dreikel entered the fight with his other men. Huh, when you put it in perspective like that, it's easier to understand. Yeah, there's a ton to remember, but I think we're gonna make it. I'm rooting for you guys. As long as you can find the essence of the question, you should be able to find the answer. I really hate how reliable he is sometimes. Just appreciate it without getting annoyed. Huh? Well, I hope I was able to help. Let's review the prince's expedition into the north once more. After that, Rean conveyed the key points regarding the prince's history to them. Your bond with Yuna got stronger. Got her up to 4 stars as well. And, let's check in on Muse. She's studying with Tatiana here. And I gotta go find my line again. Hey, you two. It looks like you're hard at work studying physics. I can't really concentrate well, though. But I bet I do even better with you helping me, instructor. Can't you be serious for once? You're the same as ever, Muse. These two are studying well together, so there's probably nothing to worry about, but... even so, maybe I can get some sweet bonding points. Well, I have some time. Do you mind if I give you a hand? Oh, that sounds lovely. Oh, thanks a bunch. Even so, just by looking at your notebooks, it doesn't look like you guys really need me. Although, Tatiana, there are a few careless mistakes in yours. Sorry about that. Oh no, I'm not criticizing you. Both of us are having a bit of trouble understanding the concepts we learned recently. Specifically, the effect of a trajectory on a munition flying through the air. Basically, the trajectory deflects based on the bullet's rotation and air resistance. Instructor Michael's already taught you that much. Yeah, but for some reason it won't really stick in my head. I'd really love some help with the axis rotation law. This is actually one of my weak points too, but... as the bullet rotates, the air resistance provides a force added to its trajectory vector, creating a deviation in that direction. To be more specific, when the bullet curves to the left, it will deviate to the left, and when it curves to the right, the deviation is to the right. You'll really need to practice this fully to get it, though. To be honest, this really isn't my field. Oh, I see. I learned a bit. But since this isn't my field of expertise, it's probably still not totally clear to you guys. Maybe I should go ask Major Michael to help after all. Oh no, you would abandon us like that? Please, instructor. We'd like your help just a little bit more. As long as it's you, I'm sure we'll be able to get it eventually. Well, even if you say so, I'll try my best. Oh, his face is so cute when he's embarrassed. And so, Rean continued teaching physics from his own experience, since he wasn't an expert on it. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Alright, that's all of our bonding events done. I'm gonna save again, and we're gonna do some more events. Because there is one other person I'd like to talk to before everything goes down. That's Professor Schmidt. What does he know? And is he hiding anything from us? I mean, he is hiding stuff from us, but how important are these things that he's hiding from us? So, these must be the remnants of that White Divine Knight. Oh, yes, I was able to get quite a good haul of parts. Much better than what I was able to scrounge up at Sutherland or Crossbell. To be honest, the analysis this time will take a while. Wow, that much, huh? I heard they moved those railway guns using some kind of spatial lapse. It's a pretty terrifying technique. It's probably the culmination of the Society's research on the Gordius class. I had heard that they had a breakthrough in that technology 2 years ago. Perhaps I should re-examine their progress. By the way, I fixed your Tachi. Give it a feel and make sure it's alright. Did you really? Thanks a lot, Professor. I really thought we weren't gonna be able to pull it off then. We were able to hold out against that blade, but it almost felt like it was using some kind of spiritual power. By making use of the feedback through your connection with your Divine Knight, you were able to quite literally sharpen your sword. And that same process should be repeatable, so you don't have to worry about the details too much. Is that right? Well, thanks a lot, really. Wow, it's already this late. It's starting to get dark. I better double check one more time that we're ready for the test before I head home. Let's head back to the teacher's office first, once I have nothing else to take care of. Hey, tell me about Rhineford. Tell me about the gnomes. What do you know? You know. This isn't translated, so even if he did know something, he's not going to tell us. Or we're not going to understand what it means. We'll check in with Mint here. Can I make an attack 3 quarts? Looks like I can. Takes a lot of Sepith, but it's worth it. I want my Divine Knights to actually stand a chance in a fight. And yeah, let's head back to the school building here. Quickest way would just be to fast travel, I guess. I'll head back to the office once I'm done going around. After checking in on the students, Rean returned to the office one more time to make sure that the test materials were ready. After locking the door, he started heading back home. Well, it's a good thing I brought my umbrella. Not that this rain is that heavy. Students should have gone home already, so I should too. Oh, it's really coming down. Oh. Senpai. Oh, Rean. So you were locking up today? Thank you. Well, you should get under the umbrella for now. It's fine. It's not raining that much. Either you take this umbrella yourself, or we're going home together. Well, that's not a very fair way to put it. I guess I'll take you up on that then. Don't let your shoulder get wet because you're being too considerate of me. Oh, it's fine as long as it's you. And what exactly does that mean? Oh dear. Rean's brought out his pimpin' skills, I guess. Huh. The old Rean was much more straightforward and frank. The way you made an offer I couldn't refuse shows how you've become an adult. And not in a good way. Sorry. But knowing you, I'm sure you lent your umbrella to a student, right? Saying something like, "Oh, don't worry, I have a spare." Were you watching me? No, it's just that you'd never forget to bring an umbrella. Although, I could maybe believe it since this rain was unexpected. Alright, you're forbidden from trying to read into me any further. You're only 20 years old. You should be less cunning and more innocent. Even though I'm your coworker, I am a year older than you. Understood. But since so much has happened, I feel like I've passed you somehow. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Shall we get going? Or did you have something to do here still? Oh no, I really need to head home. Aw, how romantic. Too bad they have, like, no chemistry together. The politics and ethics class was given by Professor Heinrich at the main school, right? Right, and since it was his specialty, he gave me a lot of help with it. You did your best in history and military technology, right, Rean? Yeah, Instructor Beatrix taught me a lot. Sounds like she had a rough time of it. Yeah, and Principal Van Dyke and Instructor Thomas have both retired as well. Although it does seem that Instructors Makarov and Mary are both doing their best still. Thinking about that gets me nostalgic. We also had Instructor Sarah and Instructor Neidhart 2 years ago as well. Yeah, that's right. Seems like the government's policy is intent on strengthening military power, not just listening anymore. Even still, it's encouraging to know that at least some of our former instructors are still doing the best they can. That's right. We'll have to do our best, too. After all, Angie and George are back in the Empire now. Oh no, Toa doesn't know. Toa doesn't know that all her friends keep dying. Feel so bad for her. That's true. Both of them should be in Ruhr by now. Yep, they should be. But for some reason I can't get a hold of either of them. Oh, they're so lucky though. I'm kind of jealous they can both express their feelings with each other like that. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. No, this is painful. This hurts. This hurts me. But, I thought Angelica was, you know, one of those, right? Although I guess they did dance together during that night after the school festival. Well, they have known each other forever. I don't think it's like that, though. But they're a close friend. But as a close friend of the same sex, it's a different relationship that I have with her. We both have our own problems, but it would be a real blessing if she ever decided to confide them with me. And I think Crow may have done the same. That's true. He was teasing me right off the bat when I met him. That's right, I remember. The Masked Man, and your family. You know, you don't have to think about this kind of stuff alone, right, Rean? You have the old Class VII. You have your new Class VII students. You can feel free to confide in any of them. And of course, I'm here too. Toa. So, you must have learned about my true father then. Yeah, somehow. It wasn't from the old Class 7 or from Sarah, if you're wondering. It was more based on something that Major Claire said that made me realize it. I see. Oh! Looks like the rain stopped. Wow. It's amazing how clear the stars are tonight. I guess the clouds got blown away by the wind all at once. Thank you for lending me your umbrella. It reminds me of 2 years ago. Oh right, that time we went shopping together. And you helped me with the consultation about the school festival around that time too. That's right, the next day I showed you our band performance. Forget I brought that up. No, I don't think I could ever forget something like that. Stop teasing me, Rean! Toa, would you mind if I talk to you about that soon? About my father, about what happened at the palace, about everything that happened since I graduated. I want to tell you about all of it. Yeah, I'll be waiting. Where did this come from? Did I end up on the Toa route by mistake? No, I didn't have a choice in the matter. Oh, come on, game. You're not going to try to tell me this is canon. It's not. That's a lie. Whatever. Anyway, time for some midterms. All you students must be living in dread right now. The next day, the Thor's branch school entered their 4 days of exams. First period, history. The War of the Lions, the Septine year 947. After Prince Manfred was assassinated, who was the first to declare a claim on the throne? Oh, Instructor Rean explained this to us. The answer here is the fourth son, Orthrus, or choice number 3, because that's the katakana for Orthrus. Yeah, this should be it. Period 2, Physics. Caution, don't fire guns. Choose the correct statement regarding axial rotation effects on bullets. Oh, I never thought the question Instructor Rean just helped us with would show up. Anyway, we want to pick choice 1 here. When the bullet curves to the right, the deviation is to the right. How easy! Day 2 of midterms. First period, tactics. Choose how a company should move efficiently in a siege. Huh, this kind of thing's nothing for me. Anyway, I don't know what all these choices translate to, but I do know what the answer translates to. Number 4. Attack the enemy from the center behind while the enemy is engaged in combat. Yeah. Probably should just be from behind. Yeah, that should be it. Whatever. Midterms, Day 3. First period, Economics. What are profit margins called by selling securities called? This should be... The correct answer here is capital gains. And using my know-how of katakana, I can tell you it's choice 3 here. Capital gains. There's no doubt about it. I hate that I know that. Second period, Arts. Now, we will start the listening test you have all been waiting for. Listen to the following piece and provide an appropriate title. It isn't easy to do this, just as Instructor Rean said. What would an appropriate title for the song be? Folded Wings, Gazing at the Sky, The Shadow in the Wilderness, Great Awe. I know personally, I think I'd go with Gazing Sky. And that's actually the answer the test wants to go with as well, so... I don't really get it, but this picture in my mind suddenly came when the song came on. Let's go with this for now. First period, Combat Technology. In the event of an emergency, securing fresh water is one of the most important tasks. Which layer order is correct for a filter? I think Instructor Rean taught us about this recently. I'm not really confident about this, but I think I remember reading about this to some extent. I definitely shouldn't get this choice wrong. What a boring question. The answer you want to go with is cloth, charcoal, sand, pebbles. Choice numero uno. Alright, this should be correct. I'm surprised I could remember it. This should be it. All thanks to my Instructor Rean. Oh, whatever. That should be it. And after that, the 4 days of exams were finally over. And the students, some feeling happy, some feeling regret, breathed a sigh of relief and soaked up their newfound freedom. But the principal words rang out that afternoon, that a special training session would be held as a closing event to reinvigorate the students who had become physically dull during all the studies. Oh, she's a slave driver. Oh, surprise, fan service. Ugh, not a bad view. You know we're in the middle of a class still, right? Instructor, your guidance, please? Stop trying to drag him into the locker room. 40 Arch. This time for sure. You guys are laid back, aren't you? Everyone's so lively. Well, everyone works so hard during their studying. But for this to count as a class, can you at least do some minimal instructing? No, this is a competition. A serious competition in the water. Jesus Christ, Aurelia, you can't wear that in front of children. Everyone, if you're thirsty, please help yourself to a cold drink here. With their exams finally over, Rean helped with training and exercises with the Class 7 members, and the others as well. And finally, as promised, Aurelia challenged Rean, Randy, and Michael to a match. Finally, after several heated bouts, the lively special training session came to a close. I wasn't expecting, just random fan service to show up, but whatever. That's fine. I can live with it. Did Altina manage to get 40 Arch? We'll never know. Gonbure, Altina. Swim for your life. Whew, I am so exhausted after all those tests and that time in the pool. It really makes you look forward to the free day even more. We got to see a pretty incredible match, so it was a good class. Those are some neat paintings. Can't believe I tagged along with you guys. While you're in the same class with us, it wouldn't kill you to hang out with us once in a while. It is Tita and Yuna's special cheesecake recipe after all. It goes really well with Celestine's iced coffee, too. It really is incredible. It tastes like it's store-bought. Really? It's pretty easy to make, though. We cooled in the fridge too, so it's a great summer treat. So tomorrow's another free day, and we have another special training next weekend. Not to mention our Soul Dot training on Wednesday. Based on the pattern so far, it's likely they'll brief us on the destination on that day as well. Feels like it came too fast, mainly because of the exams. That's true, we don't have a lot of time to prepare. It's possible we'll have even more hurdles to overcome, since we're starting to get used to this. Yeah, it might end up being a harsh couple of days. Well, we can look forward to Wednesday for more details there. And not to mention the test results. Oh, don't mention that. I feel like I messed up a lot of questions. I'm pretty nervous about the rank ordering being posted. Well, there's nothing we can do now but wait for the results. Oh, how nice to hear from an honors student like you. Aren't you all relaxed? Somehow I feel like your results will be surprisingly good too, Ash. Alright, it's decided. Tomorrow, I'm only gonna do stuff I like. Oh, but wait, we have that small fortress test, don't we? Yeah, the professor is counting on us. But I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I'm getting dull. That's true. When we fight in the fortress, I feel the need to train even more. It was somewhat frustrating that we weren't able to fight on the same team as the instructor. Well, that's true. There's still a huge gap in our abilities. Guys, Oh, right, about the small fortress. There's actually something I want to discuss with you guys. Interesting. Wow, everyone did really well in their history studying. Even the essay questions are answered well. So they really understood the concepts. I'm not Instructor Thomas, but I wonder if I'm effective at teaching them. Tomorrow is the free day, and we have the meeting at 3 p.m. They'll be explaining why we have such a short time to prepare. I wonder if the training is... No, it's too early to speculate. Aw, Yuna made him some cheesecake. This is amazing! It's that cheesecake Yuna made. It's so good. Didn't even leave a crumb. It's 8:30, and I'm done grading for now. Maybe I could go out for some fresh air. Oh, I got a new, costume item? Oh, it's the, Thor's armband. That's nice. So, heading back to the room would be the, end of the day. But we got a few things to do before, actually starting up the free day properly. You can challenge Muse to a card game, if you so chose to. I will not be doing that, because I'm a sane and rational person who hates Vantage Masters. I'm sorry if you like Vantage Masters, but it's not fun when you don't understand what's going on. The bath. It might be nice to wash off some of the sweat from the day. I'm getting a really good feeling from the students' responses on the tests. I wonder how the entire results will be. We won't know until the end of the week. The bath feels great. Although now that I'm sitting here, all the mistakes I made on the exam are coming back to me. I was pretty high up in the class in the police academy, but... Oh, this voice is... Hey, Yuna? Instructor Rean? Were you listening in on me? Oh, that's so creepy. How did I know she'd say that? Well, actually, I apologize for saying too much. That was careless of me. I'm just over here babbling like an idiot. I know how hard you worked, Yuna. You came to the Empire. You train hard, but you also study the Empire's history and subjects. I know that Randy and Major Claire have a very high opinion of you. Of course, I do as well. I swear to God, this guy! I guess I feel like I've gotten to know you better too, Instructor. I feel bad for Elisa and Elise, really. Huh? Yep, that's pretty much what I was expecting from you. Oh, it's so unbelievable, and a total letdown, in a good and a bad sense. To learn that the Ashen Chevalier is a blockhead like you. And I guess that makes you even more popular. I don't really get it, but I'd like to thank you for the cheesecake before. It was incredibly delicious. Oh, really? Well, Tita helped me out a lot on it. Actually, that was a little dry run for something I really want to make. Oh? Tell me more. It's a secret. I feel so relaxed. Oh, that's right. Celestine prepared some ramune in the fridge. I'm gonna go get a bottle. Do you want one, instructor? Yeah, I'll have it later. But Ramune, huh? It's a drink pretty popular in the East. I wonder how he got his hands on it here, though. Good question. Rean and Yuna CP recovered by 100. And our bond with Yuna increased a little bit more. So yeah, Muse's there. You can play cards with her if you want. I'm not that insane. But anyway, we've got a few places to go to. So let's start off by going to the pub here. Because he's been working on a new recipe. And of course, we're gonna steal it for ourselves. We learned how to make a pile of spaghetti. And that's the only reason why you want to pop in here. Now you can see all the former Thor students are hanging out together. And Aurelia's sharing a drink with Celestine? And that's not a pairing I would have expected. It's always nice to float around town and see what the other characters are doing. It's one of the things I'll really get to look forward to once the English localization comes out. If it comes out. No, I believe in them. I believe it'll come out one day. We just have to wait. Hey girls, wanna join my sick harem? Anyway, there's a side quest there at Yosui, but we have some more miscellaneous things to do first, and I'd rather get those out of the way before doing the main quest. Anyway, we can buy a gift here. This is a noble ribbon. It's actually for Celine. There's also a hairstyle here. Try it out. I mean, there's no reason not to, right? I don't really like that hair color on Yuna. Like, I think the blonde looks better, but pink works best. I'm gonna make Kurt, like, normal as well. Although, black's not bad for Kurt. Yeah. Leave him normal. Put Altina back to normal. I mean, I could mess around with everyone else's, but yeah, that's fine. Anyway, there are a few more things to get in various places, so let's check the bookstore next. And as we can see, there is a gift here. This is Fairyland Iris. It's a gift for Altina. Alright, next up is the bakery. Once I remember where the bakery is. So, talk to the lady here. Get the recipe. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to my menu. Okay, so I didn't miss this recipe forever. Lucky me. God, look at all these recipes I haven't cooked yet. I'm so bad at this. I have so many different options for cooking, it's so hard to find out who's the actual best choice. Seriously, look at all these recipes I have. Look at all these recipes I'm not using. Looks like Professor Schmidt's enjoying a coffee here. But let's check in with Altina. This one isn't translated, but talking to Altina here gets you a character note. And every character note you can get throughout the game helps just a little bit. Sounds like these girls are celebrating something. I mean, they have a lot to celebrate. Valerie became a vocalist. Yeah, it sounds like Altina finally swum her 40 arch. So, good job. Good job, everybody. Anyway, our next stop is the back alley shop, 9 Vol. And looks like Louise is looking for something, although she's not wearing her glasses. She just ended up in the wrong store entirely. Let's buy some stuff from this dog. Hey doggo, you got some cool things for us? Anyway, we want to trade for this gift here. We bought some accessories that we aren't using, so might as well make them into something useful. This is a silver cufflink. It's a gift for Kurt, so makes him even better in fights. Don't think I need to do anything else here. So now I have to... Wow, this actually sounds really tedious. Okay, there's a quest for Randy first, but before I do that, we gotta buy a gift for Toa here, the colored braid. Anyway, there was a reason why you need to buy rum in the previous chapter. It's for Randy. Oh, I guess it wouldn't be that convenient. Randy, are you looking for something? Yeah, I'm actually looking for a specific rum from Ordis. During the training in Ordis, I wasn't able to get my hands on it. We just went all over the place the entire time. That's true, we didn't exactly have time to go shopping. Do you like drinking rum? Well, I just promised a friend I'd have a bottle or two. Seems I'm not having any luck this time, though. I see. Oh, wait a minute. I did pick something up, though. Maybe... So, the script assumes that you didn't go ahead and buy the rum in Ordis last chapter, but with us having the power of future sight, we've got it right here. This wouldn't happen to be the rum you're looking for, is it? It's called Marion's rum. Marion's rum? Wow, I'm amazed you could find it. This must be fate. It's almost like somebody saw this coming. If this is it, it's yours. Hey man, you can't just give away liquor of this class for free. You treated me once before, remember? If you insist, though, you can treat me next time, too. Hey man, as many times as you like. You're awfully considerate, though. If you insist, I'll take it off your hands then. Seriously, thanks a lot. I'm gonna make good use of this. No problem. So the reason why I was saying it was tedious is because the guide assumed we didn't have future sight, but I did. I can see into the future. And we got 4,000 mirror for it, which is double what we spent on it, so I'm feeling pretty happy about that. Anyways, if you somehow managed to miss that item, you could just keep going back to Ninevall until it showed up in the exchange list, but that's a matter of luck and timing. And obviously, we don't have time for that. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. We got midterms accomplished today, and that took a lot of effort, so it's good to rest up, get set for a free day tomorrow. If I don't have anything else to do, I can turn in for the night. Hey, Rean, are you done for the day? Randy. Yeah, I was thinking of turning in, but I wasn't gonna head to bed just yet. You wanna hang out for a bit? I was thinking about trying that rum you gave me. Are you sure about this? Didn't you promise to drink this with him? It's just a little bit. He's not so uptight, so you don't have to worry. Getting rum from that area is really hard to come by. Giving you a little bit's the least I could do. Well, in that case... Whew, this is pretty strong. It's not as much as the spirit Sarah gave me last time, but... Northumbria's liquor. No, it's not that strong. This is only 75%, so it's pretty tame in comparison. Jesus Christ, you're gonna kill the poor kid. No, that's still way too strong. But there's a sweet flavor mixed in. It's definitely good rum. I'm glad you like it. This is the rum I left behind in that village. And what village is that? Well... a little bit before I ended up coming to Crossbell. While I was still a Jaeger in the Red Constellation, I screwed up. So, this rum always brings back bitter memories for me. I see. But you also made a promise to drink this with him. So, that should overcome the bitterness, don't you think? I guess so. Thinking about it, I'm a pretty lucky guy. My friends, my partner, they're all like family to me. And ever since I came here, I've been blessed with great students and co-workers. Randy. I'm sorry, but there's something I absolutely have to do. When that happens, a day might come where we end up on opposite sides. In that sense, it's alright. I know what you're trying to say. You have to think about this from his perspective too. But I'd like you to at least believe in the possibility that there are people even in the Empire who want to try to do something, who aren't happy with the way things are. Rean. Let me take back what I said about good coworkers. My younger friends, who are naive, straightforward, clumsy, who I have to look after. That might be a more accurate way of putting it. Well then, you're kind of a flashy, overly obsessive, surprisingly level-headed older friend. Oh, and you look like you go hang out and have good relations with women. Hey, look who's running his mouth. When it comes to being blessed with the ladies, you're the one who takes the cake. Is it the blondie? That blue-haired girl warrior? The glasses girl? Sylphide? Oh, they're all suspicious. Hey, no. I have nothing like that with those girls. Oh, don't lie, Rean. After that, Rean and Randy hung out until their shot glasses were empty. And then in order to get rested for their free day tomorrow, he went back to his room. Oh. Hey, you two. Hey, good evening, Rean. Do you have some time now? Yeah, it's no problem. I haven't seen you for about 2 weeks, guys. Are you traveling with Elliot now? No, I'm afraid we're still split up across the Empire. But I'm impressed I got to tune into the network and reach you guys from so far away. Yeah, this system's amazing. Apparently Prince Olivert made it using the power of artifacts. Yeah, we're really in his debt. It definitely feels good to talk to you guys like this. The first day at school at Thor's, it was the three of us fighting together. I was just talking about that with Gaius. That orienteering exercise in the old schoolhouse, right? It really was just us three at first. Yeah, it really feels like it was just yesterday. Feels like so much time has passed since then. Hey man, you're only 20, and we're 19. Oh yeah, what's the reason why we couldn't contact you for so long, guys? You never picked up your Arcus 2, so we were getting worried. Well, it sounds like Rean had his own circumstances as well. I figured it would be better to talk about that with all of Class 7. Would you mind waiting just a bit more for that? Yeah, of course. Well, I can't deny I'm really curious, but I guess it can wait. That's right, I forgot the most important thing. Next week, everyone is planning on meeting in the capital for the Solstice Festival. Really? Yes, it seems we all have duties lined up there. So, we figured we could all try to meet up. Could you try to stop by for a bit before leaving next week to say hi? Well, let me get back to you on that after tomorrow's briefing. There's a chance I might be heading there too. Really? You sound pretty confident. Yeah, it's just a hunch though. In any case, I'll contact you with the details. Alright, sounds good. We'll be waiting for your response. July the 9th. Well, looks like we have to go get our free day tasks. Master Rean, this is the list of today's requests. So, explore the Einhell Fortress, level 4. This is Radio Drama's appearance. And Lisa is looking for something. Requests for the small fortress, the radio station, and the bakery. Oh, thank you so much. I'm sorry to make you keep doing this, Celestine. Oh, think nothing of it. Today the rain should let up, and it should be clear. Please, take care. It really is a good thing that Celestine came here. The briefing is at 1500 hours. Let's take care of what we can until then. The exam period is over at the branch school. We need to be prepared for what's coming next. Alright, let's go. Or we would, if, you know, it wasn't a really good stopping point for the day. So yeah, I'm gonna make a save, and we're gonna call it a night here. And I'd like to thank all of you for coming today. I hope you had a wonderful time. And I hope you got to relive the horrors of your midterm experiences. Because, man, school's not fun. It can be, but tests are rough. In any case, thank you all again for coming, and have a wonderful night. This has been Logic Blade. Stay safe, and have a good night.